Peace, everybody. This is Left Side of the Brain. Just updating everybody. Um, wasn't feeling too good today. Not physically sick or anything, but just needed to take some time out today to reflect upon some things. You know, it's really nothing out there, you know what I mean? It's like, it's nothing outside, it's nothing to chase, it's nothing in that world, man. And that's why today I didn't even feel the urge to do anything. And I get like that at times. You know, I slip in and out of these periods of, I guess I would call it a spiritual depression. And maybe some of you can relate to this. It's a feeling of deep contemplation, and it's a feeling of forcing yourself to do something just because the world around you is moving. And it makes every movement feel as if it's pointless. You know, I understand the whole thing about maintaining a job, paying your bills. I do all of that. Left side of the brain, I'm well taken care of. I work for myself, so that's not an issue for me. So for me, it's more an issue of understanding the full reason for why I exist in the first place. And that reason is not found within this world. You know, the little petty desires that we have, that's meaningless to me. And sometimes I think I'm the only person that feels like this. And this is why I created this platform in the first place, because I knew in the back of my mind I wasn't alone. And I see, you know, as we comment to each other that, you know, I'm not the only one that feels like this. But I know that I am a very severe case. I'm a very severe case of social misfit disorder. And I suffer from spiritual depression. And there is no medication for this. You can't go to the pharmacist and you can't be diagnosed anything for this. It's just a dose of reality. Thank you, Spirit. It's a dose of reality. That's the pill that I'm on right now. You know, I was prescribed reality by the Spirit itself. And this is just the symptoms of taking a dose of reality. I guess I'll title the video that. Thank you, Spirit. A dose of reality. And that's what I'm suffering from. So if you don't want to feel symptoms of spiritual depression, if you don't want to feel uh, nihilism, basically, if you don't desire to have all of the symptoms of social misfit disorder or social disorder misfit, misphisia, because I came up with this diagnosis. If you don't want to suffer from social disorder misphisia, or whatever I titled it in the last video that I had did about social misfit disorder, or whatever, if you don't want to suffer from that, don't take the dose of reality, because it is a very powerful drug. It will have you feeling like I'm feeling right now. And thinking about right now, it's like my eyes are always opening up, you know. It's never a point when the spiritual aperture lens, it never comes to a point where it's too open. It keeps opening and opening and opening, just like a female when she is dilating before she gives birth. Well, the spiritual dilation process, it never ends. So you constantly seeing things and seeing things. So while we're on the point of spiritual insights, you know, some may say that you only get a certain amount of time in this life, right? So you got to rush and get all of these material things and do it while you are young and, you know, do all of these things. But I thought about it today. Remember, I said that you could live. No, remember, I said, how many lifetimes would it take for you to fulfill your life's purpose? Like, how many lifetimes would it take for you to be satisfied? So, my whole point behind that is you will never be satisfied obtaining material things. For the simple fact, the universe, and I thought about this today, the universe is so vast that no matter what you gain, it will never amount to a grain of sand. You get what I'm saying? Think about the billions and the billions and the billions and the billions and billions and billions and trillions of galaxies and matter and space, the infinite amount of the weight of the universe, and you living just to obtain some material things. So that's why I say, how many lifetimes would it take for you? Because you will never gain enough, and it will never equal to even 1% of everything that exists. So if you're just living to gain material things, you have already failed because you will never amount to anything. You can never obtain any amount of abundance that can measure up to the size of this universe. So just forget about that. And that's why my eyes opening up is the only gift, the true value to living. Nothing else about this life is valuable. You know, it don't mean anything. The only value that you did today is what you're listening to right now, or any other valuable spiritual information that you heard today. That's the only thing you really gained. Because what we say, the soul is a collection of information. So all that other stuff, it means absolutely nothing. They can burn it up. You can't burn up this information. You can't. This will always stay with you. The only valuable thing that there is. And people be so pressed about how much time they have and what they're going to do with their time. But you got to understand something. The only time is now. Okay? You can't change the past. The past is already spoken for. The future is never reached. So therefore, we live in the eternal now. That's what meditation is all about. Being in the forever state of now. That peaceful state of peace. It's called the eternal now. It never changes. So when you focus on the past, you're really focusing on an illusion because the past is already spoken for. So that's why you can only focus on the now. Nothing else exists except this moment. And the future is a place that is never reached. Because every second forward turns into now, the eternal now. So when you look at it when you look at it from that perspective, you will understand that everything is just still because it's now. And that's what meditation is all about. The still, quiet, peaceful now that knows no time and knows no space. It knows no past. It knows no future. It just knows now. What are you going to do now? The change is now. People say cause and effect. You can't do nothing with the cause. It's already spoken for. You have to do something now to reverse the cause which created the effect that you find yourself. So if you are in a bad place in your life, you can't think about the cause. You have to think about doing something now to change the effect of the cause in order to rewrite your own history now. You have to rewrite that history now. So if this is your first time ever tuning into a Jaguar video, this message is for you. For the regulars, you just add this on to everything else we have spoke about. This is just another nugget for today, for tomorrow. When you come back and watch this, I mean, this is still winter semester. And it's just more edifying from me to you, for the Jaguar Nation. You know, just some things I had on my mind, because like I said, wasn't feeling it today. Wasn't feeling the world outside of those walls today. I wasn't feeling it. Sometimes it gets like that with me. I said to myself, let me just talk to the Jaguars, Just wasn't feeling it today. And is there anything else on my mind that I would like to share? Let's see. I guess that's it for now. If I have anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay focused. Jaguars up. Stay true to yourself. Stay real to yourself. And don't get off your path. I mean, that's pretty much it. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the likes button. Add us on Instagram. Support the movement. I'll leave all of that information in the subscription box. And enjoy the rest of your day. This is Left Side of the Brain signing out.